It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, August the 29th, 2024, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Church service for Judy Karen Brockman of Muleshoe was held yesterday, Wednesday morning, August 28th, at the St. Anne's Catholic Church in Bovina, with Deacon Bob Birkenfeld of Nazareth and Father Raj Samala of Nazareth officiating. Burial followed in the Holy Family Cemetery in Nazareth. Friends, Judy was a cherished mother, grandmother, a devoted wife, and graced this world with her warmth and kindness for 79 remarkable years. She departed this life surrounded by her loved ones in the early hours of Saturday, August 24th. Judy was born March 29th, 1945 in Dimmitt to Clarence and Odelia Huseman Schultz. Judy grew up in a close-knit community of Nazareth alongside her four siblings, Clarice, B., David, and Lester. A graduate of Nazareth High School in the class of 1963, Judy's heart found its match in her high school sweetheart, Philip Gregory Brockman. They were married on June 22nd, 1964, and together they built a life filled with love and devotion. While Judy embraced her roles as a loving wife, dedicated mother, and homemaker, she also pursued her passion for cosmetology, earning her license in 1965. Judy's spirit was defined by her unwavering commitment to charity and community service. For 36 years, she served as the treasurer of St. Anne's Parish, embodying the essence of selfless service. Her generosity extended beyond her role, as she dedicated countless hours to cutting hair for the elderly at the nursing home in Muleshoe, crafting quilts to support church fundraisers, and preparing meals for various parish events. Yet her most cherished expression of love was through her cooking. Judy's homemade dishes, prepared with fresh ingredients from her garden, were a testament to her nurturing spirit. Her kitchen was always a place of joy, where family, friends gathered to savor not only her food, but also her laughter and love. Judy's love for her family was palpable. She delighted in playing card games like golf and hand and foot with her grandchildren and great-grandchildren, who affectionately knew her as Meemaw. Every game was a chance for laughter and fun. Her competitive spirit was also shown through in her love for bowling, where she often outperformed even the youngest and most athletic competitors. When not engaged in family activities, Judy enjoyed sewing, needlepoint, and cross-stitching, always finding joy in creating something beautiful with her hands. She is preceded in death by her beloved husband, Philip Gregory Brockman, her parents, Clarence and Odelia, her brother, Lester Schulte. Judy is survived by three children: Launa Brockman of Puerto Aventuras, Mexico; Guy Brockman and his wife Jonessa of Lubbock; Leland Brockman and his wife Melissa, also of Lubbock. She leaves behind a legacy of love in her grandchildren, Megan and her husband Chase, Gregory Donham, McKenna, Gage and his wife Landry, Carson, Bo, and Rylan, and her great-grandchildren, Layla. She is survived by her siblings, Clarice Acker and her husband Tom, B. Acker and her husband Francis, David Schulte, along with numerous other family members and dear friends who will miss her dearly. Though her physical presence will be deeply missed, Judy's spirit and the love she shared will forever remain in the hearts of those who knew her. We find solace in knowing she is at peace, embraced by our Lord and Savior, and reunited with the love of her life, Philip. The family suggests memorials be sent to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, 262 Danny Thomas Place, Memphis, Tennessee, 38105. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com on their website. Please keep the family of Judy Brockman on your prayer list. Her funeral services were held yesterday on Wednesday, August 28th at the St. Anne's Catholic Church in Bovina, and burial followed in the Holy Family Cemetery in Nazareth. Chapel service for Christian Ramos, 32 of Muleshoe, was held last week on Friday afternoon at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe with Father Nahum Lopez officiating. Christian died Sunday, August 18th here in Muleshoe. She was born April 19th, 1992 in Mexico to Armando and Angelica Valadez Ramos. Christian worked at Parkview Nursing Home in Muleshoe for over 13 years. She loved music, singing, and dancing. She always enjoyed her cousins and having fun on the weekends. Christian loved to shop and never met a stranger. She enjoyed traveling as well. She was happy and obedient and an amazing daughter. She loved her brother Jose very much and was very protective of him. She was a member of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. Christian survived by her parents, Armando and Angelita, her brother Jose Ramos of Muleshoe, her grandmother, Aurora Campos of Mexico. And repeating chapel service for Christian Ramos, 32 of Muleshoe, was held last week on Friday, August the 23rd at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. Please keep the Ramos family on your prayer list today. Also, one more obituary I noticed here that I need to share with you is Debbie Nix Ridlon. Debbie died on August 23rd, and she was born on September the 11th, 1949 in Lubbock to Matt and Lena Mae Mickey Nix. Funeral service are set for this next week on Monday, September the 2nd at 11 a.m. at the Sudan Methodist Church. Debbie married John Ridlon in Muleshoe on December the 30th, 1992. Debbie was raised in Sudan, graduated from Sudan High before attending Texas Tech, and then she worked a variety of jobs, mostly accounting, before joining Teletrust as a temp in 1989, and she rose to the CFO position before leaving the company in 2004. Debbie's life was dominated by her love for others and for the Lord. She was a longtime member of the Sudan Methodist Church, be it her own family, her church, and Sudan family, or the many other lives she touched. Debbie's beauty and generosity of spirit were felt by all. A devoted wife, mother, sister, friend, or just Nagy to her grandchildren. Her smile and unique laughter lit up those around her. A fierce prayer warrior, Debbie loved studying the Word, being with her family, and traveling with her husband, sister, brother-in-law in their RV. She always enjoyed having a dog and kept one much of her adult life. She enjoyed reading Christian-themed books, playing bridge, and was in various bridge clubs in Sudan and Muleshoe. She is preceded in death by her parents, her sister Marilyn Cox, a daughter Candace Ridlon. She is survived by her husband John, a brother Mike Nix, and wife Sandy, brother-in-law Reagan Cox, a son Shane Lind, daughter Fawn Stevens, a daughter Summer Randall, and her husband Brian, grandchildren Dylan and Hunter Gwynn, Alec Stevens, JT Ridlon, Julianne and Shaylin Shelley, Dylan and Peyton Randall, one great-grandchild, as well as a host of family and friends Debbie loved and was loved by many. The family suggests any memorials be sent to the Sudan Methodist Memorial Fund, P.O. Box 55, Sudan, Texas, 79347, or the Sudan Fire and EMS, P.O. Box 491, Sudan, Texas, 79371. And repeating the funeral arrangements for Debbie Ridlon will be Monday, September the 2nd at 11 a.m. at the Sudan Methodist Church. Please keep the Ridlon family on your prayer list today. Well, we are here. It is kickoff time for high school football, and the Mules will be in action this week versus the Brownfield Cubs. We started all off, though, tonight, Thursday night, August 29th, as the JV Muleshoe Mules will kick off here at Benny Douglas Football Stadium beginning at 5 p.m. So go out and support the JV Mules as they start their 2024 season versus the Brownfield Cubs here at David Wood Field, Benny Douglas Stadium here in Muleshoe at 5 p.m. Good luck to them. Now, the varsity game will be tomorrow night at Brownfield, south of us, and we will be there to film it, and we'll have a delayed broadcast up first thing Saturday morning. So join us then. Brought to you by Barrett Potato Farms, Burton Service Center, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, Mohawk Auto Parts, Muleshoe ISD, McDonald's Restaurant, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Edward Jones and Stephen Dement, Dell Oil Company, McCormick Seed, also Precure Electric, and High Tech Automotive all bring you the Muleshoe versus Brownfield game. We'll put up updates from every quarter live on our social media feeds, Gil Lamb, Channel 6 Muleshoe on Facebook, and our Twitter feed, Channel 6 Muleshoe, and then have up that game first thing Saturday morning. The roster for the Mules looks like this. Number 0 is Aaron Morales, wide receiver, linebacker, senior. Wearing number 1, Yahir Kazada, wide receiver, defensive back, and he's a senior. Number 2 is Nathan Martins, quarterback, defensive back, and he's a senior. Number 3 is Mauricio Herrera, wide receiver, defensive back, and a senior. Number 4 is Ryan Dominguez, wide receiver, defensive back, a senior. Number 5, Noah Hernandez, wide receiver, defensive back, he's a sophomore. Number 6, Johnny Hernandez, wide receiver, defensive back, he's a junior. Wearing number 8, Angel Cabrera, and of course this is varsity, wide receiver, defensive back. He's a senior. Number 9, Joaquin Arias, a running back, defensive back, and he's only a sophomore. Number 10 is Josue Segala, running back and defensive back. He's a sophomore. Number 11 is Donovan Moreno, wide receiver, linebacker, and he's a senior. Number 12 is Hayden Burris, running back, linebacker, and he's a senior. Number 13 is Luis Valles, wide receiver, defensive back, and a junior. Number 15, Brayton Butler, wide receiver, defensive lineman. He's a junior. Wearing number 17, Nehemiah Sanchez, wide receiver, linebacker, and a junior. Number 18 is Eduardo Sainz, running back and linebacker. He's a junior. Number 19, Chris Diaz, wide receiver, defensive back, and a senior. Number 20 is Jason Bowler, running back, linebacker, and a junior. Number 21 is Octavio Arias, wide receiver, defensive back, a freshman. Number 22 is Cameron Rodriguez, running back and defensive lineman. He's a sophomore. Number 50, Evan Jenkins, offensive line, defensive line, and he's only a sophomore as well. Number 51, Alonzo Ramirez, offensive line, defensive line, and a junior. Number 54, Raymond Cortez, offensive line, defensive line. He's a senior. Number 55, Aiden Mendoza, offensive line, defensive line, and a senior. Number 60, Anthony Mendoza, offensive line, defensive line, and a senior. Number 64 is Josiah Mendez, offensive line, defensive line, and a junior. Ethan Whitworth wears number 66, offensive and defensive lines. He's a senior. Osmart Rodriguez is number 67. O and D line, he's a senior. Jake Villanueva is number 72. O and defensive line, junior. Daniel Mendoza, wearing number 74 on both sides of the line. He's a junior. Number 75 is Diego Molina on the line on both sides and a junior. Samuel Espinoza is number 78. He's also on the line on both sides and a senior. And Christian Sanchez wears number 80 for the Varsity Mules, wide receiver, defensive back, and he is a senior. So good luck to the Mules as they kick off their 2024 season this coming Friday night at 7 p.m. down at Brownfield against the Cubs. Of course, the athletic director, head football coach is Jason Richards. Aaron Simon is associate head coach. Offensive coordinator is Chris Mosier. Defensive coordinator is Darrell Lewis. Jimmy Arias is the co-defensive coordinator, and the special teams coordinator is Stephen Butler. The other coaches are A.J. Villanueva, Justin Reyna, Austin Ross, Jackson Lee, Jonathan Chavez, Adrian Bustillos, and Jay Thaxton. The athletic trainer is Stephen Seymour. The superintendent of the Muleshoe Schools is Dr. R.L. Richards. The high school principal, Cindy Basir. The students that are in the football operations group, Fabian Ortega, Devin Ragsdale, Melanie Martins, Isaac Campos, Heaven McMullen, Makia Thaxton, and the trainers are Delfina Gomez, Carol Meza, Isabella Cortez, Alyssa Garcia, Alina Hancock, Avery Cantu, Natalie Segalia, Yaslin Ramirez, Amory Mendoza, Gia Hernandez, Gracie Elazares, Michaela Smith, Amy Martinez, Zelzi Perez, Abra Martinez, Jelly Ralos Cortez, and Keeler Contreras. Those are all the members of all the different groups that help out with the varsity Muleshoe Mules football team. Again, kickoff is Friday night at 7 p.m. down in Brownfield. JV kickoff is at 5 p.m. tonight, Thursday, August 29th, here in Muleshoe. Well, as I said, we'll do a delayed broadcast for this Brownfield game. And then the next game next week will be on Friday, September the 6th here in Muleshoe. The Mule Up Against Childhood Cancer game versus Lamesa. And that kickoff is at 7 p.m. We will have a live stream of that one right here in Muleshoe. Then the next two games, we'll have more road games. Friday, September the 13th at New Home at 7 p.m. And then Friday, September the 20th at Canadian. So that will be quite a road game all the way up in Canadian. That kickoff is at 7 p.m. And, all of my years doing Muleshoe football, I think the first varsity football game I filmed was my 8th grade year, around 1988 or 89, somewhere around there. I don't think I ever remember Muleshoe playing Canadian in football. Of course, they're a powerhouse and have always been 3A Division II. But now that we're down in Division II, and we are going to play Canadian, so that will be an interesting game for sure. Make sure to go to the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, and you can watch before the game the Meet the Mules program that was held a couple of weeks ago and see all of these football, varsity JV, along with all the cheerleaders, the mini mule cheerleaders, and the cross country kids, along with meet all of the coaches. Well, one thing that might really come into play here as we get into football is we have some rain chances in the forecast, and it's time now for the weather forecast here on Channel 6 on the Muletrain. We're looking for a sponsor for our weather, so if you would like to sponsor, you personally, anonymously, your business, organization, your church, call on my cell, 806-566-5881, and we'd like to talk to you about sponsoring our weather forecast. Boy, up until this week, it was a hot August here in Muleshoe. It was even worse south and east of us, but here at the National Weather Service station at Channel 6 in our backyard, we had 8 days so far in August of 100-degree temperatures or more. We topped out at 103, both on August the 22nd and 23rd, both of those days. But, boy, if you're paying attention, there were some places, like I saw a temperature of 118 at Abilene, 113 at Childress, and just some really ridiculous higher temps, much more than that. But 8 days of 100 degrees or more did it for me for sure. I am done with the heat, and luckily it has cooled way down this week, and now we've got some real good rain chances in our forecasting. And at about 12:15 this morning, as I was recording the Muletrain, we had a little rain downpour, but it stopped, but we'll have rain chances for the next several days. So far, not including that rain that just happened, during the month of August, we have in our backyard at the National Weather Service rain gauge an inch and 49/100ths so far in the month of August. The Muleshoe Mesonet station has an inch and 38/100ths. The Earth Mesonet, which is right in a field next to Tolk Plant, only has 22/100ths of an inch of rain for the month of August. So that is quite a pitfall between us and just right over next to Tolk Plant, where we have an inch and 49, an inch and 38, and they only have 22/100ths. The Muleshoe Mesonet station for 2024 so far has 10 inches and 7/10. The Earth Mesonet for the year has 11 inches and 68/100ths. But looking at our forecast going forward, this could definitely affect Friday night and Thursday night and Friday night football here in the Muleshoe area. As this afternoon, we'll have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly in these afternoon hours, but we already had rain at 12:15, so we broke that. Mostly sunny, high near 91 degrees. South winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Showers and thunderstorms likely tonight. The showers and possibly a thunderstorm after 1 a.m. Low tonight will be around 62. South-southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming north-northeast in the evening. Chance of precipitation is 80%. New rainfall amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch, except higher amounts possible in heavy thunderstorms. So an 80% chance of rain this evening, a 40% chance of rain this afternoon. Looking at Friday night football, showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm, then showers and thunderstorms after 7 a.m., high near 81. So it's going to be quite cooler tomorrow. Northeast winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 90%. During the day, new rainfall amounts between a quarter and a half an inch are possible. Friday night, showers and thunderstorms are likely, mostly cloudy, with the low around 58. East-northeast winds. Sorry, I lost my place here. East-northeast winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 60%. And, of course, that is just for Muleshoe. Let's look up what the forecast for Brownfield will be for Friday night for the Mules game. Looking at showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 7 p.m., low around 63, northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 80% in Brownfield, so look out if you're headed down Friday night to support the Mules, as they even have a better chance of rain Friday evening than we do here in Muleshoe, but we have a 60% chance of rain Friday evening. Then the rain chances continue on into the weekend. A 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny. High near 82 degrees. Northeast winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Then Saturday night, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 1 a.m., partly cloudy. Low around 57. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming light in the evening hours. Sunday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny. High near 82. Sunday night, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low around 57, east winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're sounding like a broken record here. Is Labor Day on Monday, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny, high near 80, east-northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, then a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms Monday night. Labor Day evening, partly cloudy, low around 56. Tuesday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, high near 84. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low around 56. Wednesday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, sunny, high near 85. So that swings us all the way through the weekend, out of August into September. Gets us more into of a fall-type feeling with lots of rain chances and much, much cooler weather. But be aware tonight for JV football versus Brownfield and Muleshoe, big rain chances. We have an 80% chance of rain tonight, a 40% chance of rain this afternoon. Then Friday night down at Brownfield, we have big rain chances as they have an 80% chance of rain Friday night in Brownfield. Again, we're looking for a sponsor for our weather forecast. Give me a call on my cell phone, text, or leave a voicemail. I'll get right back to you. 806-566-5881 as we need a sponsor for our weather forecast. Well, we're going to take a break, and this edition of the Muletrain is being brought to you today by the original Leals right here in Muleshoe, 1010 West American Boulevard, where Victor and Debbie and Vicky and Kika are all proud to announce that they are again open on Sundays, 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. every Sunday. They're open again, and so the tradition continues to go and enjoy church and then come eat at Leal's afterwards. Don't forget, they deliver as well at the original Leal's here in Muleshoe to your home or your business. Just call 806-272-3294. They deliver at the original Leal's right here in Muleshoe. And don't forget, they are open again on Sundays, 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. at Leal's in Muleshoe, 1010 West American Boulevard. Well, the Muleshoe Area Hospital District is pleased to announce the addition of Dr. David Warner, MD, to their team. Dr. Warner arrives in Muleshoe after residing in Euless, a suburb in DFW. His connection to West Texas is deep-rooted, reflecting his educational journey where he attained his BS, MS, and MD degrees at Texas Tech University. Dr. Warner's familiarity with the region extends from also previously residing in Big Spring, El Paso, and, of course, Lubbock. When asked about his decision to join the Muleshoe community and practice here, Dr. Warner expressed his preference for the tranquil environment that a rural setting offers. After a brief hiatus from the medical field, Dr. Warner found the opportunity to practice medicine again in Muleshoe particularly compelling. His experiences in similar roles at federally qualified health centers positioned him well for a seamless integration into the Muleshoe Area Hospital District. As although MAHD is rural, the working environment is very similar. An aspect of his new lifestyle that Dr. Warner especially enjoys is the significantly reduced commute to the medical center, which takes a mere 5 minutes and is virtually traffic-free, and has added to the appeal of the transition. The warm reception from both the community and the clinic's staff has also been incredibly gratifying for Dr. Warner. For those in the community and surrounding areas seeking medical care, whether looking for a new healthcare provider or wishing a more convenient access to medical services, we encourage you to visit Dr. Warner at the Medical Clinic in Muleshoe, 701 South 1st Street, or you can make an appointment by calling 806-272-7544. Welcome to Muleshoe, Dr. Warner, and you can see him pictured on the Muleshoe Area Medical Center ad on our screen right now. Welcome to Muleshoe. Well, another video along with the Meet the Mules that's on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, is some highlight video from Tuesday's Bailey County Electric Cooperative 85th annual drive-through meeting that they held there at their offices. They had 2 elections for board members, and they were won by the incumbents in District 1, Ronnie Altman. He's been on the board since 2018, and he won his seat. District 2 was won by the incumbent and chairman of the board, Keith Hicks. He's been on the board since 2000. They drew amongst their members for a Traeger Pro grill smoker with a cover and pellets. You can see it in our video, and it was won by Manuel Martinez. They also drew for a 50-inch LG TV, and then went to Teodosa Reyes, and then a $250 Amazon gift card went to Jimmy Berry. And watch our video on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, for all of the video highlights from Tuesday evening's 85th annual meeting of the Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association. Well, on Saturday, September 28th, the Muleshoe Heritage Foundation will have their Muletrain program, which is a night keeping the legends of Muleshoe alive. Join us for a trip down memory lane. Food, history, reenactments, music, wagon rides, and much, much more at the Muleshoe Heritage Center. They're on the west edge of Muleshoe on the north side of American Boulevard. It will be from 6 until 8 p.m. It's $5 admission, and it will be a whole bunch of fun. That's Muletrain a Night, Keeping the Legends of Muleshoe Alive. Will be Saturday, September 28th at the Muleshoe Heritage Center. 6 until 8 p.m. is $5 admission. Join us for a trip down memory lane, food, history, reenactments, music, wagon rides, and much, much more at the Muleshoe Heritage Center. Well, down at the Senior Center, Main and Avenue D, remember that all this month and next month they're selling tickets for Ruby Green's Quilts. And this raffle will go on all the way through their pancake breakfast that will be on Saturday, September the 28th, that morning, where they will draw for it. It's $5 per ticket, or $5 for $20, and you can stop by the Senior Center, Main and Avenue D, and get your chance at winning Ruby Green's quilt. Of course, Ruby Green is 105 years old. Well, of course, gearing up for the big November election that will be on the 5th, Tuesday, November the 5th, all across the country and right here in Muleshoe. Things are going to change as the state legislature, of course, passing laws that are changing things up for the state of Texas and the way that you vote. It's really a shame, is because Muleshoe is so small that one location on voting day at the Coliseum was always very handy compared to the way it used to be when I was young and we were having to get election returns. There would be polling places all over the county. Of course, back in those days, there was a lot more people outside of Muleshoe and out in the country, but they had polling locations at Three-Way and Enix and Circleback and all over the place. So we're sort of going back to that a little bit, as you've got to figure out now which precinct that you're in to know where to vote on Election Day. But first, early voting will start here in Muleshoe and Bailey County, and it will be at one place, thank goodness, at the Bailey County Courthouse. It'll start October 21st and run through November the 1st. So you vote early, go by the courthouse beginning October 21st through November the 1st. Now, if you have your little voter registration card, it will tell you which precinct you're in, or you can go onto the Secretary of State's website. Just type in Texas Secretary of State, go to their website. You can check your voting status, and when you do that, you just enter your information, and it'll tell you which precinct you're in. In Bailey County, we have 4 precincts. And also, if you want to contact somebody locally and ask, you can contact the Bailey County Clerk's office at 806-272-3044 to find out which precinct you're in, or the tax assessor's office at 806-272-3022. On Election Day, Tuesday, November the 5th, though, after all the early voting's done at the one location at the courthouse, at the Bailey County Courthouse, October the 21st through November the 1st, then on Election Day, if you are voting on that day, Tuesday, November the 5th, Precinct 1 here in Bailey County will go to the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church to vote on Election Day. Precinct 2 will go to the Bailey County Coliseum. Precinct 3 will go to the MISD Administration Building to vote. And Precinct 4 will go to the Bailey County Courthouse. So I hate that. It's always been nice just to go to one location to vote, as the population is so small here in Bailey County and Muleshoe. But now they're having to go back to 4 precincts. Of course, that takes a lot more manpower to find people to help out with the election day, going from one location to 4, but hopefully they can swing it. But again, go to the Attorney General's Texas Secretary of State's website, where you can find your precinct, or you can call again the Bailey County Clerk's Office, 806-272-3044, or the Bailey County Tax Assessor's Collector's Office at 806-272-3022. It's never good when you make it harder for people to vote. On your prayer list today, please remember Marlene McDonald, Linda Lutz, Janice Snell. Keep on your prayer list today Jesse Tarango, Kathy Richards needs to be on your prayer list. Cliff Black, Peggy Seagroves, Terry Byers, Darlene Henry needs to be on your prayer list. Sammy Gonzalez, John Blackwell, Gary Shipman, Dick Chitwood, Wanda Schaefer, Melba King, Tom and Linda Watson, Dorothy Wire, Betty Noble, Ed and Carol Cox down in the Houston area. Bert and Larry Combs needs to be on your prayer list today. Make sure to keep on your prayer list the families of those who've recently lost a loved one, like the family of Christian Ramos, the family of Judy Brockman, the family of Debbie Ridlon, the family of Raymond Flores, the family of David Sudduth, the family of James Roy Jones, and the family of Richard Kaufman. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program along with all of our older archived ones available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
This is Tumbleweed Smith. A city girl becomes a chicken farmer. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Diane Watson moved to Texas from Florida.
I was between colleges, and my father moved to Athens, Texas, and at that moment I didn't have anything better else to do than to move right along with him. I had never seen a town with a town square. I was taken by it. Needless to say, I had never seen a cowboy. Men driving pickup trucks just amazed me, because we didn't have pickup trucks a whole lot in Florida. I mean, people that worked had trucks, but not to drive around in. No. In fact, I came to Athens, Texas driving an MG sports car. So I was just really cityfied, and I grew up on an island, Amelia Island in Florida.
She made a pact with herself.
I made a promise that I would never go on a date if the man drove up in my yard in a pickup truck. Wouldn't you know that I would marry a cowboy, and that's all he drove was a pickup truck. And he actually spit on the floorboard. He emptied his dip on the floorboard. I put my feet up in the seat, and I looked down. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm spitting." And I said, "What are you spitting on the floor for?" He goes, "Well, sweetheart, there's worse on that floor than this spit. We wash them out every Saturday."
Diane was a dental hygienist, but gave that up to raise chickens. She has several of them.
About 115,000. There's over 300 and something chicken farms in this area. And I think we're the second largest money producer in the county, poultries.
The chickens are in 6 houses. Each one has between 16,000 and 20,000 chickens. Everything is computerized.
We get them when they're less than a day old, and then we raise them for 7 weeks. It entails just being around, checking on them, but the most important part is in the morning. You walk the houses, you make sure everything is right over there, that they've got plenty of water and feed, that the heat is running or the fans are running if it's in the summertime. But we produce beautiful, big, healthy birds that everybody eats on their table.
Diane Watson of Nacogdoches. She and her husband, Dave, started raising chickens 4 years ago. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.